Okay, so taking a look at this, we want to determine whether the base and height of each triangle are proportional to the base and height of the triangle shown. Okay, so looking at this, we're going to be trying to make them match up as best we can. So we're going to still be writing a proportion because we're trying to see if they are proportional to see whether or not this is going to work out. Okay, so looking at this, we're going to see that this is the short side and this is the long side here. So let's just keep an eye on those, okay? Because when we're talking about base and height, okay, they're kind of interchangeable, but we do want to make sure that we're matching up pieces correctly, okay? So when we're looking at this, we can set up our first proportion here. We can say it's 8 over 12 because it's the short over the long, and we're going to check it against this one here. Now, we're looking at our two legs here. We have a short leg, we have a long leg. We want the short to be on top to match up with the 8. So we're going to put 10 on top. We're going to put the long on bottom so it matches up with the 12. So we're going to put 18 on bottom. Now that we have this, we can check to see whether or not they're proportional. We can do this in a lot of different ways. We can reduce both fractions to check to see whether or not they're equal to each other. We can see 8 and 12 are both divisible by 4, so we're going to end up with 2 over 3. We can see both these are divisible by 2. We end up with 5 over 9. Okay, at this point, we should be able to see that these are not proportional. Okay, so we should be able to take this one right here and say it's not going to be proportional. Okay, lots of other ways that we can check to see whether or not this works. So we can see, hey, starting right here, 12 times by 10 is equal to 120, whereas 8 times by 18 is going to be equal to 160. I think. No. That would be 80 plus 64. So that would end up being 144. Anyways, still, they do not equal to each other. They're not going to be proportional. Okay, so taking a look at the rest of this, taking me a minute to erase this. Okay, we can start checking a few others. Okay, so, come on. Okay. So looking at this, we should again still see 8 over 12. It's our short side over our long side. Looking at this, 0.5 is going to be shorter than 0.75. So we're going to see this is going to be 0.5 over 0.75. And we can again check to see whether or not this works, right? Short sides are matched up on top, long sides are matched up on bottom, and we can check our proportion. Okay. 12 times by 0.5 is going to be equal to 6. 8 times by 0.75 is also equal to 6, but I'm going to check that on my calculator because I don't trust myself to do that in my head right now. So I'm going to do 8 times by 0.75, and that's going to be equal to 6. So yes, this is also equal to 6. Because they are equal to each other, means they are going to be proportional. So I should be able to take this and move it to my proportional side here. Okay, then looking at this next one, we're going to start again with 8 over 12, the short side over the long side here. We see that this is the short side, this is the long side. So we're going to end up with 3 over 4.5. Again, there's a lot of different ways that we can check to see whether or not this is proportional. Okay, I'm just going to go with what seems the quickest to me. So I'm going to just check. 12 times by 3 is going to give me 36. I'm doing 8 times by 4.5. Okay, again, I still don't know whether or not that's going to be what I hope it's going to be in my head. So 8 times by 4.5 is going to be equal to 36. So I do see that this is equal to 36. So our cross products property did work out. These two are, in fact, going to be proportional. So I should be able to drag this up here. And if I check my answers, I am good. Okay. Now, when we're looking at this, we want to make sure that we are paying very close attention to what is matching up with each other. Okay?